And welcome back to another episode of our Germany playthrough. Let's get right into today's episode. We need to go ahead and pick our focus. I think the first most obvious thing is we need to fill out this open slot in our inner circle. I think the most obvious choice for that would be Goebbels here. He just gives the best bonuses and would give us a new final trait here. Can't go with Goring. Wouldn't really want to go with Goring, so we're going to go with Goebbels here. It's only going to be 14 days. After that, we're probably going to be looking at working towards combined arms and dive bombers. Got another special project we can pick out today. Let's see. Let's go and get the self-propelled super heavy howitzer. And this is for our submarine designer. We're not going to be able to get these traits right now because we do not have the XP for it. We're going to hold on to our air XP since we're probably going to be making some upgrades to our airplanes this episode. And I'd like to go and pick out our Navy Command because I need to start getting some XP so that I can make some new ship designs. Because I'm being quite honest with you, I think we're going to need more of a fleet than we have for what we need to do, such as invading the UK. We have plenty of submarines, that's not the concern. But when it comes to actually invading the UK in the future, we're going to need some ship designs being made. So we're going to be working on that. And we're going to need many more planes. So we're going to queue up some more production on that. And we're going to move these up to the top so that we can put more into that. That way we can outcompete all of the allies and the Comintern in the air. And again, we're just conserving what we've got here. Let's go and expand out these air groups, just get as many as we can into those fighter groups. And then this is the close air support group. Let's make sure we fill that out as well. We're going to be replacing these designs once we get a little bit of improved tech, but I'm going to want much more close air support than that. Let's see, let's move this up here too. Get that filled out. Actually, we can do a little bit of an exchange of those factories there. Do something like that. Yeah, we need to be really pushing. Air is just so good in this game. We need to make sure that we're taking advantage of that. So that's the Battle of Air Superiority. Okay. So he's starting to work towards that. We can now look towards some of these other bonuses. Let's go and get the expanding the Luftwaffe. Get those bonuses. We really need to start looking towards getting some of those traits later down the line there. We can now invite Romania to our faction. What we're going to do. We'll get them in there. Pick military command. We're not going to do that. No need for all that. We did get our defense order set up for... Yes. We set it up for Norway. So we don't need to worry about that. We did that last episode. We have the... I did move a few things around with our units. Let's move these guys back to Berlin. These are Waffen SS units, militia units, which are alright. I did want to come in here and check out some of this. So this would be our... Right, this would be our medium tank units. We need to change this up. We need to actually swap these out for medium SP artillery. And we need to go and put SP anti-air. Well, actually, we just want the one at SP anti-air, then we want SP artillery, like that. We want to do signal companies and logistic companies for our medium panzer divisions. Do we actually have any in the field? I didn't actually remember if we do. We do not. Let's train up 2 of these. We should do a little more. Let's train up 6 of these units. I mean, let's see. So how many of the tanks do we actually have? We actually, I believe, have enough. It's artillery we're short on. can get away with just about that. So we can funnel in the artillery we need for those units, get those trained up. This is for our air designer. We will actually go ahead and improve this. We're going to get these queued up here. Grab these if we can. No, we need specific research for those, so we'll do something like this. Look at this. This is ground attack, so that's what we want for our fighters and our close air support. Actually, it would just be our fighters for that designer, but that's fine. It still works for me. Let's get the range. Again, can't do that. Let's just dismiss that. Okay, so we got the V3 large caliber guns. We've got one more trait here. Let's go and just pick up the flank panzers, since it's the last thing we can get with the one single land warfare trait. Let's build one of these large caliber guns in Normandy. Let's also, if we haven't already, begin building a nuclear facility here probably in Dresden, if we can. Yeah, just south of Dresden here. And then queue up a bunch of mills and refineries in the other locations. We'll just kind of disperse those through. Maybe even a few dockyards, because we might actually need these in order to build out our fleet a little bit. So we've got some extra XP here. We can grab one trait since we have a lot of bonuses for it. We're having some manpower issues, so we're not going to build any more infantry. We can add some of this to our light tank divisions. Let's go and get the logistics for this too. And add the motorized anti-tank. Yes, that's what we needed to do. So we're just continuing to kind of build up. We need to make sure we're expanding our air wings, getting the research we need. And we're going to go ahead and pick up the survivability studies. We're going to use our fighter MIO for that. And I really want to, in this episode, focus on building up our Air Force. So the Soviet Union is just fine, but I believe this is for Bessarabia, which Romania should give up. So I'm not too concerned about that, but you can see that the Soviet Union is beginning to work towards its focuses. Let's get the armored signal companies. Also, now that we've gotten the maintenance 2, let me swap this out with the improved anti-air. Now that we've gotten the maintenance 2, we need to come in here and make a few changes. So, yes, so what is our current medium tank we're using? We're currently using the Panzer IIIs. Yeah, so we need to decommission some of these that we're not using, just to clear this up a little bit. Make it a little bit less confusing. So these are our current ones we're using. I want to swap this out for the easy maintenance. And I want to increase this as much as we can. So we can reduce this a little bit. Again, okay, well, we actually can't really afford these changes because of our XP, so we're going to have to come back to that. But once we do have the XP, we'll be making some changes there. So let's get the Aeronautical Research Institute. And let's see, is this just ships? That's right, okay. Yes. So I do want to see if we can't make some changes to this destroyer. I want to make some really cheap destroyers that we can deploy really quickly. Something honestly like this, maybe even just a basic light battery, will be good enough as a screen, because I need to produce a ton of these, as well as some very basic heavy cruisers, not the panzer ships. We need the need these. Yes, this will be probably ideal. Let's get the basic heavy cruiser level 1 on there. Let's put the MIO. Okay, we're not gonna be able to afford this, but once we do have the XP for that, we're gonna probably make a change over for those heavy cruisers and start producing a few of those. In fact, we could stop making subs almost entirely and go all in on these destroyers, because we've produced quite a few of the submarines, and we can always make more of those if we need. So let's taper back on these a little bit. Let's get a second line of destroyers going that we can put some of those extra ones on, and we're going to make probably about 20 of each of these lines for the destroyers. And we can move some of this trade around because we do not need nearly as much as that. Trade a little bit of rubber with Sam. Dismiss that. And let's go and unpause it. So we're getting these survivability studies. We also want to get the engines and the heavy guns so we make some really good fighter planes. Second Vienna award. And I think we've got a notification for an incoming raid. Yeah, so they're going to continue to raid that facility in northern Paris. So, recognizing that the new order has been established in Europe, we've been asked by Hungary and Romania to arbitrate in their territorial dispute. So we're going to give Hungary all of Transylvania. Simply put, that's, I think, better. I think Hungary is a more useful ally. I think Romania gives us the oil, but other than that, they're not super useful. Let's get the range improvements. Again, we'll do it with the light aircraft designer. Yep, second Vienna awards, and now Hungary's nice and strong here. Let's get the non-aggression pact with Finland. So what do we got here? Dangerous naval invasion. Okay, that's in Africa. We're not really concerned about what Italy's got going on right now. Like I said, we've got bigger fish to fry. Not focused on that at the moment. I do want to make at some point a heavy tank division sort of template, maybe with the super heavy howitzers, but we're not quite at that point yet. So it looks like Italy is moving some troops through our territory. I don't know what the AI is thinking. They're going to help us defend our ports. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure. Let's go and get the dive bombers. And we can keep creating a few of these. Actually, no, I really don't think it's necessary. We'll just make one more of those. Let's go ahead and see if we can't make some kind of heavy cruiser here. We don't even have to add the MIO if we don't want to. Probably leave the batteries. We're gonna have to remove the armor, add a secondary battery, add the MIO. Actually, yeah, we have just enough XP for that. This is the cruiser. We're going to make a bunch of these. Many as we can. The screens are a little bit more important, but we do need plenty of these capital ships, and these are all going to go into the High Sea Fleet. That is the goal. And we got another available special project. Let's go and make the helicopters. I don't think the jet engines are really that good, in my opinion. I don't find them to be that useful. Okay, so again, let's get a little bit more tech here. Let's get the heavy machine guns. Once all of these techs complete, we'll be able to make some really good fighters and close air support. That's the goal anyway. And let's see, is there anything else we want? We want the improved transport planes. That's right, we want the range focus designer there. Again, all this to really build out our Air Force, both in our focuses and our research. So Southern Norway, we've got a naval invasion going on. Let's move the Waffen SS up here to be our response force for those potential naval invasions. So if this is for our our self-propelled super heavy artillery, let's focus on firepower. Put everything into that we can. It looks like our garrisons are holding up pretty well, but it's actually just one unit here. Very, very pathetic. Very pathetic naval invasion by the British there. We could go and get another member of the High Command. Just seeing if there's anything else that we want to do with this political power. We could hand out some citations to some of these different divisions, like our motorized and panzer divisions. We might do that. You know, we'll hand out one citation. Let's find a nice panzer division here. Let's go through our officers. And yep, we'll give it to this guy. We'll give him a breakthrough bonus. You know what? You too. Why not? We'll embrace this. We'll give some upgrades to our panzer divisions, just our light ones, and improve their breakthrough. That should surely be useful in the future. So we may do an invasion of Yugoslavia, but I think it makes sense to go ahead and get our division set up on the front here. So these are all infantry, correct? Yes, these are all infantry divisions. And we can get these set up on this border. As for these divisions, these are also infantry. What we can do is we can actually split some of these units up. This unit, that's right, this unit's down here. What we could do is we could do a little bit of moving around. Yeah, and this unit we were using for naval invasions, correct? He has the naval liaison. Let's move you over here. These are units we're using for special purposes. These are straight up infantry divisions that have most of their units. So we'll want those down there. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's fill out these armies here. Let's also set these guys to train. I don't know if we've made any changes to our infantry divisions. I can't recall if we did that last episode. We did make some changes. Okay, so they look all right. Not the greatest divisions, but they look okay. Let's get these destroyers moved in there, and these last two submarines that we made into there. So we've got plenty of mines laid in here, by the way. So that's greatly helping our naval supremacy. We could try to lay mines here as well, as long as we don't try to engage. It may be worth it. I don't know if it's really worth it. Let's just stay in that region there. We could move up the coast and try to do some in the northern area up here. They have way more ships up there. I'm really not looking to get what we do have of a fleet blown up. Italian Germany technology treaty. Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea. Again, we're holding on to that air XP while we get some of this tech. So Romania went ahead and ceded that territory to the Soviet Union. So again, we're looking for, we can actually read the date here, Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, around here. If it is here, maybe not, but essentially around June of 1941, I believe, is the date we want to aim for to begin the war and get fully built up. So this is a improved air support that we got for completing that focus. This is okay. We don't really want the anti-tank. Yeah, we don't really want the anti-tank gun there. And I would even love to get some of these, maybe the self-sealing fuel tanks here. Armor plates might be a good choice. Self-sealing fuel tanks. Let's increase range. I guess these don't increase range yet. Let's make something like this as our close air support for now, just so we get some of that building. Let's go and replace that here. Those don't look too bad. As far as close air support goes, we still need to make some new fighters. We do have an operative that was captured. Let's send this person in. Got the ranged improvements. We could start working towards that. That's a moderate bonus, but it'd still be 600 days. Let's get the engine 3s. And actually, I know we just upgraded this, but I want to put, if I can, some range upgrades, the drop tanks on there. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense for those planes there. And this is our improved small airframes. We could put the drop tanks. Actually, let's do extra fuel tanks and armor plates. We don't have the heavy guns yet. Yeah, we don't have the heavy guns just yet, but once we do, we're going to swap them out for the light ones there. But we'll just go ahead and start building some of these anyway. And yeah, I mean, we really want to make sure that we're getting a good and strong Air Force. So Switzerland has left our trade agreement, which is unfortunate. We might have to pick up that Swiss gold. That Swiss gold focus. Maybe pressure them into giving us a little bit of stuff that we want. So we have no use for the super heavy howitzer, which is why we're getting that notification. Unread naval convoy stuff here. Yeah, they're sinking some of our convoys in the English Channel. Let's actually just block that for a little bit, since that's where they have most of their stuff, and we're not sending anything over there. We don't need to send any convoys through there if we can help it. So I'd rather not for the time being. Let's see, what are these units doing? That's right, these units were moved over to this army. We have one division here. Send it over there. Gotta do a few changes here. These guys are kind of just sitting here waiting to do something. We could set up a naval invasion of like the Soviet Union up there. We could do naval invasions of the UK, get those planned, even though I don't think we'll be doing that anytime soon. Might be a good idea to get those planned out ahead of time. Something like this, since this is our naval invasion guy anyway. So it'd be 5. We'd want to do probably something like this. So then we'd come in here. Okay, we gotta set up a fallback line here. We can keep the game on pause while we do this. So we're continuing to make a little bit of progress. And I think I might have miscalculated this. We can do 1 on each of those positions. So yeah, this guy will start working towards planning that out. Yugoslavia seeks to sign the Tripartite Pact. We could accept that. Prince Paul of Brandenburg expressing interest in signing the pact. We can do that. I don't mind too much. I'm not really interested in going to war over Yugoslavia. I mean, Italy can if they want to. Let's get the assembly line production. It's a little bit ahead of time, but I think it's worth it. Since we've gotten most of the other tech that we want, bypass those focuses there. Not too concerned about it. So, yeah, the Soviet Union's starting to put those troops on the border there. And I think we need to go ahead and... No, we'll just let these train, because training these is actually extremely expensive. Let's see if we can't even get a few more going here. What are we short on? The artillery. Okay, that's fine. We're going to let these fully train. I'd love to maybe make some proper divisions there, or maybe get some paratrooper divisions created. In fact, let's actually try and do that. I want to see if we can make use of paratroopers in this playthrough. So let's just get some... something like that. Paratrooper divisions sorted out. Let's get engineer companies, artillery, set them to that, and we can get a few of those trained out. Let's just get like 8 of these trained out, and can get them deployed. All right, so we've got the combined arms warfare. What else would we maybe want to pick up before the war starts? Improved logistics. This would be really good. Improved wonder weapons, special forces. And there's a lot of good stuff here. All terrain, salvage, captured equipment, Panzer Troop School. But maybe it makes sense to get recognized the Luftwaffe air manpower requirement minus 10%. That's really good. Really good Chief of the Air Force. It's not the air chief. We'd have to get rid of Hermann Göring as the air chief, which is fine because we'd replace him soon after with this guy. Yeah, we can work towards that. Why not? Let's begin getting the cipher on the Soviet Union here. We already have one on the UK. Let's get the improved radio interception group so we can work towards that even a little bit faster. So let's see, how many planes do we have here? I want to make sure we set these to normal operations. Day and night execution. We're going to want to get these set up in a way as well soon. Let's go and have them train. Should use quite a bit of fuel, maybe not. Maybe we fix some of our fuel issues. I'm not entirely sure. Because are we not still training our fleet? We're not actually. Okay, but we are continuing to build up our high sea fleet there. Again, the UK is trying to get us to join that Ethiopian conflict, which I just refuse to. So this is for our nuclear power plant. So we get nuclear warfare, nuclear specialist, who's bright, brilliant theorist, nuclear warfare, nuclear power expert, and a fast learner. Looking through this, I feel like the nuclear warfare guy is the most compelling. We're gonna go with him. We still have to get the tech for that, but again, not a huge deal. So let's see if we need to make any more changes here. I think this is fine. Just looking through some of our divisions. This is our garrison division. I don't know if our garrison division really needs signal equipment. These are motorized. We'll have to make some changes there. We can leave that. We might want to swap out with, like, I don't know, this maintenance company's logistics. Really just depends what we think. What is this? Demand military access through Bulgaria. I could just ask for that. Again, that's not a really big deal. Instructions against the campaign in Greece. I guess we are at war with Greece. Is Yugoslavia? We could ask for military access. I mean, we have access through here, so we could try and just go deal with Greece real quick, help out our ally. You know, actually, let's go and do that. We're not going to send the tanks, I don't think. I wonder who it makes the most sense to send, and we can send these units since we're not using them in Yugoslavia. We could bring them like here. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's send these units over the rails. Get something going on here. That makes sense. So this is 35 days. This one is 70 days. We'll have to get rid of him as air chief. We'll keep him in there for just a little bit longer while we sort this out. Let's get rid of some of these war plans we have here on the map. Don't need to be there. It looks like we'll be able to deal with this really quick. Might not even need my help. Let's get rid of this guy here. Start pushing in there, pin that guy down, move down there. We can get the... Ooh, I don't know. Let's get the Construction 4. We do have a war goal against Yugoslavia. Might declare on them after we deal with Greece here, just for the sake of convenience. In fact, yeah, I think we will do that. Let's see if we can deal with Hungary demands Carpathian Ruthenia. We're going to give it to them. I can definitely win that conflict, but I'll give it to them just to satisfy them. Let's help get rid of this little pocket here. Let's help attack there, pin them down. Let's make sure these guys have some supply. Do we have air superiority down here? We should. Yeah, we've got plenty of air superiority. That's not a concern. Let's get rid of Hermann Göring here. As much as he is good, get rid of him so that we can get our new air chief. Let's get the campaign instructions against Greece, since those are nice bonuses. And we'll go ahead and do that. And let's see. Southern Norway naval invasion. Yeah, this looks like a little bit more of a serious naval invasion. Let's go and move these troops up here. See if they're gonna go try and make a landing here. Let's do something like this. This guy could do that probably used way too much command power. Probably should have done that. But we'll send these units up there to go and deal with this. Let's attack there, send this guy up here like that. Put that naval invasion down. Alright, so we got all our units down here. Let's attack there. We just want to kind of push through, honestly. We can probably even set them to just attack. Get offensive doctrine on this marshal here. And we can just kind of come up behind him. Cut them off. The UK broke our ciphers. I don't really care about that. Okay, and they pinned me down here. Let's come down here and just push to Athens then, if they're going to do that. These are my motorized units there. Just make sure we're cleaning this up. Attack there. Let's send one unit over like that. Trotsky was assassinated, which is interesting. And we're just going to continue to attack, actually. And come in through here again. Now that it's open, we want to come like this. Yes. Cut that guy off. We can retreat from there. Yeah. We could send more units down there. Let's get the improved medium aircraft. You know what? Yeah, we can send a few of these units down here. Let's send these two motorized units. It is the mountains, but whatever. Let's bring them down. Why not? Finish proposal for a continuation war. This is when we declare war on the Soviet Union. They'll join us, so I will accept that. I don't mind too much. Send these units to come help out. So this is for our naval warfare facility. Let's get the... what is this? It's for carriers, proximity fuse. Special overfilled coating for submarines. Protection by enemy. Let's just get the... it's not worth to get super heavy battleship. Let's get the air independent propulsion. Okay, well we need 2 traits for that, so we're gonna ignore that for the time being. Not gonna worry about that. Let's help out in that attack there. We do have motorized on here. Yeah, let's just help with that attack then. Peru declared war on Ecuador there. Okay, we've got the Panzer divisions here. Let's just actually put these into Heinz Guderian's army and have him train his units. That's going to use some fuel for sure. Let's get the war bonds as well. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so everything's cleaned up here. We'll just leave these units up here in Oslo to respond to any invasions on Norway. Let's get the dispersed industry 4. It's our armored support vehicle. New version of it anyway. Yeah. We can swap that out. And I guess this is for, yeah, because we got the heavy guns. Okay. Okay, so we'll just ignore this. Let's come here. Okay, so it made all these separate units, which we don't want. Okay, so I guess it modified one of the ones we already had. So we get that one. So let's come in here and change this a little bit. So we want the heavy machine guns like this. That's probably the best we're gonna do. We already had armor plates. Is that the best engine? It's quite good. Could we do, is extra fuel tanks any better? It's better range, lower air defense. Overall, I think that's a little better. Let's do this. So that's gonna be our final design for improved small airframes. This, yeah, this is our improved closer support. This is good. I mean, unless we wanted to do this. Yeah, actually we do want to do that. That's better, just in terms of the range, which range is really important for closer support. Let's attack there, cut that unit off. You just walk behind those guys and let us. Okay, we can't attack there. Did we get our motorized here? Let's send our motorized, actually, here instead. It's better terrain anyway for the motorized. Let's come down there like that. We got the Flame Panzer tech complete. Let's see. So let's get the atomic research started. That's a big dedication for that slot there, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, the supply is really bad down here. It's because it's not connected up here, so we're just fighting completely without any supply, because Yugoslavia isn't allied with us, so we'll build that out. Also, we're currently using some of our factories to repair. Yeah. Let's just queue some of this up. We don't have the dispersed industry 4 completed yet, so we're kind of not doing what we're supposed to here. As soon as these rails are done, we can actually attack. Our infantry won't have as big of an issue, though. So we can continue attacking there. We can help with that attack, however. Our units are going to come down there. Let's get these 9 units helping on the push to Athens. Yep, and we got that done. Let's go and push here. We need to start with our... Got that first focus done by Goebbels. Let's go ahead and get set up for a push into Yugoslavia, and we could just make this real easy for ourselves. And even though the terrain's not good for it, let's just use our tanks, get them some XP. We'll put one of our infantry armies right here. We'll have a little bit of a heads up if the USSR does attack us. They have a focus to attack us, but generally we're the ones who make the decision on that. We still got a few months before we really want to go attack the Soviet Union. And I'd like to get Yugoslavia cleaned up beforehand. So we've got a naval invasion of Greece. Okay, Bulgaria has plenty of troops there, so I'm not too concerned. Let's push into there and just have them do something like this. Just be nice and thorough. We got a new operative. Again, one of our units was captured. We need to get more intel going on in the Soviet Union so that we can get like a collaboration government. Let's not do Moscow. That gives us more pounds. Let's do Kiev there. We need to break this guy out. We need to do commencement ready. Okay. Okay, so let's send these guys here actually. Greece should have already capitulated, if not already. They're about to. Cross that straight there. Italy should get what they want pretty soon here. Have they not capitulated? They will. Okay. Let's go and get these units. I mean, if Italy needs to do a naval invasion of like Crete or something, that's fine. Let's get these units down here to support our trucks. Let's give our little Churchill speech there. We got the reorganizing the Luftwaffe. we're good for the Air Force for now. Don't want to make any more changes there. Could get this one. Motorized mechanized attack. Let's do that one actually. That seems really good. Since of the sheer amount of motorized and mechanized that we do have. I want to make sure we have something on the border here with Germany. Yeah, we're good. Let's go ahead and declare war. And call our allies on here. We will push in there. Stop training these units. Push in here and there. We didn't even send our Air Force over. Let's do that now. So, goodness. Let's send 900 planes here. Give us air superiority and some of these close air support over here as well. And then we can send the other part of these over here to cover the south. We'll do ground crews. This should be a piece of cake. You can even pick that up. And of course we got this ugly Croatia thing going on here, which is fine. Let's see. Yeah, I got all these. You can invite them to the faction. Why not? Why not? Yeah. We'll do that. Take Slovenia. Gonna split some of it with Italy. Yeah, this is disgusting border war going on right now, but that's fine. What do we got going on here? More naval invasions of southern Norway, apparently. I'm surprised, considering the sheer amount of mines we have there, that they would even try to do that. Okay, so we got this dealt with down here. Now we have complete control of the European peninsula, other than, I guess, Switzerland. Some of this going on down here. We have complete control. So let's go ahead and get our units set back up. There's the Waffen SS. Let's pull those out of there. Let's get our tanks set up in the north here, between the two river lines, pointed towards Moscow. Let's get our units moved up. Pull our air wings up here. We need to upgrade the air bases in Warsaw. Get some radar going, since we do have that tech for that. And maybe even look at some of the supply, but we need to get ready for the war here. Which we're probably going to be looking towards doing in the next episode, because with all that set up and ready to go, we'll go and pick our helicopter speed and maneuverability for that tech there. But we're going to go ahead and finish off today's episode there. We are gearing up, getting ready, finish up with Greece, Yugoslavia. We are getting ready to attack the Soviet Union next episode, so keep an eye out for that. And thanks for watching. Leave a comment, like, subscribe if you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.